All right, we got Bo Bigham on the call here. Bo, man, just want to say thanks a lot, buddy, for volunteering your time, your money. You're not getting paid a dime for this. Your heart's in the right place. You're coming just to help out a small community and to see athletics improved in kids that may not otherwise have the opportunity to do some of these things. So appreciate your time, you as well as Sean Beasley, coming in to volunteer with us and see this camp be a success. So a couple of questions I just wanted to ask you. First being, what benefits could a young athlete expect to gain from participating in a camp like this?
Appreciate it. Looking forward to next weekend. It's going to be fun. But to answer your question, there's a lot of things young athletes can gain. One, getting out of the house, doing something. I think that's the world we live in today. It's a lot of video games and a lot different than when we were kids. But I think getting out of the house and breaking the sweats, number one. Number two, I think, baseball is a hard game. I mean, if you're a professional baseball player and you fail 7 out of 10 times at the plate, you're going to make it to the Hall of Fame. So there's a lot of ways to teach it. And I think for young athletes and young ball players to get in and listen to a bunch of different, everybody's going to have a different way to teach things. And I think going in and maybe finding, hearing something that clicks and being able to go to as many as you can, and eventually, you're going to find something that sticks and kind of go from there, build off of that.
Absolutely. Going to rapid fire these at you. So the next thing that I think a lot of people would really like to know. So you kind of got thrust into a situation where a team had seen ups and downs. They knew success. They knew failure. From your career at Arkansas, what would you say was more taxing? When did you feel more pressure? Was it being a freshman expecting to come in and make a difference, or was it being a senior as a captain on a team to where you're really providing the leadership in the clubhouse?
Well, I think from my point of view, I think it's probably going to be the senior because my freshman year got thrown into the lineup going into postseason SEC tournament. Our starting shortstop got hurt, second baseman moved over, and then I got kind of thrown in the day of the game.
Oh, wow.
Head coach Van Horn walked up to me and goes, "Hey, you're playing today." And I'm, "What?" So you don't really have time to think when that happens. You just go in and try to play. And I think being a senior, things slow down a lot. But knowing that was probably going to be my last time to play baseball, and knowing we had expectations of going in and winning it, that. Making sure, keeping everybody in line. Tim Carver, we're the only seniors on the team, so not only captain, but being a senior, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that, and, trying to do the best we could for all the Razorback fans.
Man, that's crazy. You really didn't have a chance to get nervous, did you?
Nope. It was better put my big boy pants on.
All right, last one, and we'll let you get out of here, Bo. What advice would – baseball's over, you're well into your professional career now with a young family. If you had it to do over again, if professional employee Bo could go back and tell youth baseball player Bo Bigham any piece of advice, what would that be?
I think the biggest thing is just have fun. I think there's a lot of things going on now to where – parents want to have their kids sign 10-day contracts when they're 8, 9, 10 years old. I think that takes a lot of fun out of the game. And for myself, junior and senior year, I think if I can go back and tell myself something is just play and have fun, because you get to where you're a draft eligible junior or senior in college, and all you're doing is playing to get drafted. And things didn't work out for me, but they worked out for the better. I'm blessed to be where I am. God's blessed me tremendously, but I think that's the biggest thing is just go have fun. Don't worry about what happens. Just go play and enjoy it, because at some point it's going to end, and you don't know when that's going to be.
That's right. One last bonus question before he gets you out of here. I remember watching one of your at-bats against UT Martin, home game. This is before you and I were even friends. you're at the plate, you get 2 strikes early, then you go on and foul off a couple of pitches and end up taking a walk. What was your approach when you came to the plate? Were you looking at the game situation, or did you have a specific idea in mind? I'm looking for this pitch early, or because I know today everything is turned into launch angle and everybody's all about hitting the long ball, and unfortunately that has really dripped down into youth sports, and it seems like there's a lot less contact baseball and softball being played.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Going back and looking, just remembering back in the day, I was one of the guys that I was kind of a speed guy. And, if I hit a ball in the air, I got in trouble. I got yelled at. So that wasn't a good thing for me to do. So just going back and looking, I think I kind of hit all over the lineup, and I think wherever you're hitting, especially when you get into college ball and upper level baseball, you have a job to do. And I think knowing what your job is, I think, I hit leadoff a lot when I was at Arkansas. And quite honestly, I didn't like to see pitches. I wanted to go up there, and chances are the first pitch you saw was going to be your best pitch. Eventually the scouting report got around and started seeing a lot more breaking balls early in the counts. But I think just going up there, knowing what your job is, whether it's to move somebody over, drive somebody in, it's a team sport. It's, you have your individual battles, but it's a team sport, and doing your job is kind of what you need to do, to help your team win. So whatever that job is.
So your approach is subject to change based on what your role is, and even game to game, what a coach is asking you to do for that particular game. Gotcha.
Yeah, I remember a scouting report. It was a year before I got to Arkansas, but there's a pitcher for Vandy. I don't remember his name, but his scouting report was nasty. Don't swing. So, it's just so many things that go into it. Like I said at the beginning of this, baseball is a hard sport. But every time you get up there, you have a game plan, going up there with a purpose, knowing what you do, going up ahead of time, know what you're looking for. And, easier said than done, but swing at strikes. Don't let strikes go by. If you get a fastball first pitch, you swing, you hit it.
Absolutely. Has your hitting philosophy changed from the beginning of your college career to now? I know you and I rode around the country quite a bit playing slow pitch together, a little old man ball. Have you developed new ideals later in years than kind of what you started with?
Quite honestly, no. Obviously, I didn't play pro ball, so I don't have that going for me, but I played a lot of baseball. I listened to a lot of people. I played with a lot of people who play, some still playing. You learn things over those times with everybody, and you kind of figure out what works, what doesn't. And, for myself, everybody's different. For myself, right, I try to just keep it easy. It's already hard, but the second you start trying to get too technical, especially at the plate in the game, practice is one thing, but going up in a game, you just go up there and got to hit it. It's you versus the pitcher, you versus the ball, and you just got to go up there and get your pitch, and when it gets there, and hit it.
Absolutely. And to expand on what you said there, I think me personally, and I tell people here in my hometown this all the time, I learned so much more in the last 4 or 5 years that I played competitive slow pitch than I had the entirety of my playing career, however limited that was, just from the people that I played with. I think everybody has that coach in their life that was very impactful for them and that they really gained a lot of knowledge from, but your teammates are an incredible resource. And when you find one of your teammates that's having success at something, spend some time with them, pick up on what they're doing. Guys like yourself and Ben Nelson, Sean Beasley, guys that had a really good approach not only at the plate but in the field. A few years of me watching that made me a better player. A lot of the things that I'm coaching young kids today, I learned from playing ball with you guys. So great resource.
I think one thing, you learn this throughout your life, and where I'm at now, even professionally in the business world. I think people sometimes get scared to ask for help, and they think it's a sign of weakness.
Yeah.
But in reality, me personally, I feel like it's a sign of strength. I mean,
Absolutely.
you want to do it right, and if you ask for help, somebody's going to help you, and you're going to fix the flaws, fix what you need, or maybe even enhance or do better what you're working. So I think that's one thing is if you're struggling, ask for help, and that goes for anything.
Absolutely. Again, man, thank you for your time. Look forward to hanging out with you this weekend. Mountain View, Arkansas, this coming up Friday and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. He was number 12 in your programs, but he'll be number 1 in your heart, I promise. Bo Bigham's going to be there working with your kids. Sign them up. There will be sign-ups for day of. You can bring your kid. You don't need a pre-filled out form. Pay at the gate. Would love to have them. Look forward to seeing everyone. Bo, man, be safe coming down, and we will see you Thursday night.
All right, looking forward to it. Excited. See all y'all next weekend.